Welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. It's just a lovely chat with a bloke at petrol pump asking where I got my stuff from. Alchemy Parts, remember that, Nat? He's based out of Potter's Barn and he sells bike bits, which would be handy. Never know, bit of a sponsorship deal maybe. Right, what am I doing? I'm out. I've just put some go-go juice in Tango. I'm getting lots of looks from people. And well, lots of looks from people, hopefully not from that police car. And we're off. Tango's a loud shouty boy, so I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be doing a great deal of talking. But I've chucked in some go-go juice. I was a bit concerned yesterday because it was fucking hacking it down. Now I am an all-weather biker. I wish I could be a fair-weather biker, but I've got shit to do. So I would have done it one way or another. Fucking fogging up like a bastard. I would have done it in the rain happily. Well, not happily, miserably. But yeah, it's lovely now. I'm desperately trying to remember where I put my bloody sunglasses. I really need to. I might treat myself on any profits made from this build to get myself a decent helmet with like a sun visor in it or something, because being a glasses wearer is a pain in the arse when it comes to things like that. I do have prescription sunglasses, but I'm buggered if I know where I'll put them. Put them somewhere safe. Tango a little bit. Now, if you've been following this build a lot, which if you're watching this you probably have, you'll know that I haven't really taken Tango out for a thrash. Now, I haven't how do I put this without incriminating myself too much? I haven't felt the need so much because I know Phaser 600s reasonably well now. I mean, this is number 4, I think, that I've had. One of which was my daily ride for a period of time. I had a CAF before I got it, CAF version of a Phaser that I loved, and the only reason I ended up getting rid of it was because my job moved into central London, and I didn't want to. I think it was probably it was pre-Beast, the Triumph that I took to get through the ULEZ test, and I just, you know, whether or not it was ULEZable was a bit binary at the time. If it wasn't, if it wasn't ULEZ compliant, then get rid of it. That's not quite the case. You can get stuff through ULEZ, although it does sap some of the performance. It always cracks me up when you see the burbs 4x4 drivers in vehicles that are designed to go through stuff like that, and they always go around it every time, normally almost killing people in the process, which is quite funny. Yeah, so I got rid of it before. I know how phasers run, and the simple answer to how phasers run is brilliantly. I mean, if you're bike shopping, you know, first big bike type thing, which always sounds a little bit patronising to me, first big bike, but you know, if you want a 600 that could do that, this can do it all day long. They're about as reliable as a bike gets. The slight concern I have with getting phasers is the fact that they have very, very often been absolutely ragged to fucking death. So, you know, they do have, I suppose they have a hard life. You know, you're not going to get one with 3,000 miles and one careful lady owner type thing. Although slightly sexist as that statement is, they just don't exist. They are built to be ridden, and they are ridden hard. So yeah, you're just going to, you know, if you can get one with a service history, then, you know, you're better off than buying one you know, fundamentally blind like I do every time I buy a bike. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, so I haven't really taken Tango out for a ride. I am noise check. Should we do a noise check? Quick rev bomb. Too much fun. Yeah, so this is, you know, I've been looking forward to this as the first leg stretch of Tango. Now Tango I've only ever actually taken up and down my hill. I haven't taken him around the block, mostly because he's so fucking loud and draws a lot of attention. You just see all the heads turning in the petrol station. That was even before I'd started him up. This is a brilliant bike. Anyway, I'm gonna be riding. If I had a camera pointed at me, if I could point this fucking horrible thing that I've thrown on here just because I don't know where I'm going, you would see, excuse me, a absolute massive grin on my face, which doesn't quite fit because I always get nervous before an MOT. Now I'm going to tempt fate here. I don't think there's anything wrong with this bike and it'll be fine. You know, occasionally I've gone to an MOT going, oh, that's a bit dodgy, I hope they don't notice that, and normally it's just me being hypercritical more than anything else, but I don't have concerns on this bike, so I'm probably utterly tempting fate. But I'm always nervous when it comes to MOT, and yet I've got a massive grin on my face because this thing is fucking hilarious to ride. But as hilarious as it is to ride, I'm not going to show all of this, so I'll probably shut up and fast forward bits and show you any bits where funny shit happens, or nice shit happens. So I'll catch you in a bit, and hopefully we'll be at Maitland in one piece. Right, so that's the bike in for MOT. I'm going to go for a nervous breakfast. And there we go, one big breakfast later, and a cup of coffee for the bloke, for the owner here, and we have a clean MOT. Well, I say clean, I got one advisory: noisy exhaust. I'll take that. Right, let's see if young Charlie, the motorcycle rescuer, is available. We'll pop round and show off Tango a little bit. And there we go, if you recognise some familiar voices in the background and a familiar bike. Might be a painting project. We're still discussing what Charlie wants done with it. Black. We'll have a think. Yeah. And a paintbrush. Right, in fact, the good, the bad, and the...
Help me out here. Hang on a minute. That's me, you and John.
That's functional painting. That's what it is.
That's the best way.
And there we go, home in one piece, and a fantastic ride. Really is great fun. Looked after me beautifully. Yeah, kind of probably a relatively short upload as the culmination of a lot of work. I think about 3 months work, but yeah, Tango full MOT, one advisory for a loud exhaust. No shit, Sherlock. Charlie pointed out actually there's no baffle in it, which is easily fixable, I suppose. Potentially by the next owner. It's not something I particularly want to tinker around with. Got to stop off in Charlie, see the guys. Just a great day. Potentially making a contact for bike parts when I the dude I was chatting to at the garage as well, which is which could be a massive bonus. Never know, a little bit of a sponsorship deal maybe. I'll try their stuff out first. If it's good, then I will give it my unpaid endorsement. Right, that'll do me. Thanks very much for watching all. The bike is now going to get a clean up, bucket of water thrown over it, a bit of polish, and then get put on the market. I say now, probably not today. It's probably tomorrow's business. A nice quiet Sunday morning, washing and polishing up, get him all nice and shiny, or as shiny as I can get him, and get him on the market. Now I'm going to aim for around the £2,000 mark, I think, for this. I think having ridden it today, ridden it quite hard as well, it's just bloody worth it. It is just worth it. It's a really compact little muscle bike. Well, actually, no, I suppose it's lowered, but it's a great bike. Absolutely brilliant. Right, that'll do me. Apologies for the wind noise on this. There's bound to be some that's probably cocking it all up. But cheers all, and I'll catch you later. Ta-da.